Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be showing you how to achieve this look. I didn't have anything planned for today. All I wanted was something blue and this kind of came about. It was a very relaxed video. I played with makeup basically, and I hope you enjoy watching me play with makeup. So if you would like to see how I achieved this look, then just carry on watching. So you would have already seen the intro. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. All I know is I want something blue on my eyes today. Hence the top, hence my nose stud. I'm spoiled for choice and that's why I don't know what to do. Because I could use the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette. I could use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Alyssa Edwards collaboration. I could use the Shane Dawson collaboration. I could use the Zmalovana collaboration. I think I know what I'm gonna do. I've narrowed it down to Jawbreaker palette from Jeffree Star and the Shane Dawson collaboration mini controversy palette. I'm going to start by priming my lids, and today I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer. I actually started to like this better than the P. Louise base. It's a little bit lighter, it's almost white, and it doesn't crease on me as much as the P. Louise. I'm going to start off with Jawbreaker, and on my 231 Luxe Petite crease from Jazz Up, I'm going to pick up Soaked. This blue, so pretty. It actually matches my top perfectly. I'm going to put this in my crease. I'm going to stamp it first to really get it on there. As you can see, I was really generous with how I put this on there, and now I'm going to use this brush to diffuse the edges of Soaked. I'm now going to take an even fluffier brush, and this is 228. I'm going to pick up the Shane Dawson mini controversy palette from Jeffree Star, and I'm taking a little bit of Flat Earth, and again just diffusing the edges with this. I'm going to reapply Soaked because I lost the intensity of that colour. Blending again. And I just can't help myself. I wanted to make this eyeshadow circular, but I always like to wing it out on myself. I like that shape the best. And now I'm going to take my trusty 203 from Bold Metals and Delicious from the Jawbreaker. It's a very dark blue, almost black, and I'm putting that in the crease just a little bit tighter than Soaked. So I'm just building Delicious in the crease. I'm going to take a little bit more of Soaked to blend this in. Should I do a cut crease? I've done a lot of cut creases recently, so maybe not. I want to put the simulation on my lid, but I think it's just going to look a little bit nicer when I do cut the crease. So I'm taking a little bit of Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer and I'm cutting my crease. Let's take the simulation from the Shane Dawson palette. I'm going to apply majority of it with my finger. I like to use my finger for shimmers a lot of the time. They stick on better. Should have gone for a shade that was a little bit lighter. No, that's not what I want. I don't like that at all. I might just do a fully matte eye look today. I got so into saving this makeup that I actually forgot to tell you what I was doing. I tried to take some of that shimmer off and I reapplied a little bit of the primer, and then I set it with the Soaked shade. I went with a fully matte look today. I didn't like the undertone of the simulation. I already like this so much better. I am, however, going to take Delicious just a little bit to blend this in. So you can cut the crease if you want and apply Soaked. It actually sticks on the lid a little bit better. If it wasn't for Flat Earth, which is a very, very pale blue, you could easily just use the Brain Freeze palette by itself to achieve a similar shade to Flat Earth. You could mix Brain Freeze and Virgin, which would make a really light blue. I keep thinking I'm done and I'm like, nah, let's just blend a little bit more. I'm gonna stop. Right, I'm gonna do the other eye off camera and I will be right back. So much easier, so much faster when you don't have to mess about with cut creases and all of that jazz. Just stick, soak all over your lid and then like blend it up and then just darken everything, blend everything out, and it's so much easier. Let's move on to my base very briefly, and I want to mix it up a little bit. I want to test something or try something out that I used to love, and hopefully I still do. I just haven't tried this foundation in so long. I'm gonna take the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. The bottle has gone a little crusty. Still hate the spatula. It doesn't smell gone off, so I'm gonna try it. It's got decent coverage, and I did remember it as to have a decent coverage, so that's nice. But it's super matte. It's not a bad thing, but it like almost dried. So you might have to do your foundation in stages. Don't do what I did, where I applied all of the foundation all over my face, and by the time I got to my forehead, it was like half dried. Let's do some cream bronzer, and I'm using Revolution Matte Base Concealer in 13.5. I'm doing a very thin, delicate bronze today. And I'm going to give yet another go with the L'Oreal Infallible More Than Concealer. This is such a thick concealer that it ends up creasing on my eyes, but I think I found a way with it. All I do is take a little dot and I spread it out. The shade that I have is a little too light for me as well, which makes it even harder to blend in, but it's just so thick. If you apply a thick layer, no matter the amount of powder you put on to set it, it's definitely going to crease. I managed to conceal my whole under eye with just that little dot. And now I'm going to set with the RCMA No Colour Powder. I do have to powder my forehead. Got my forehead line. I'm getting old. I do want to contour a little bit, and I'm going to take Revolution Pro HD Powder Contour Palette. I'm just mixing the first two bottom contour shades. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I might not blush today. I know, crazy. But I'll definitely highlight my face, and I'm going to take the At Heart Revolution Rose Gold Glow. I wanted to mix it up, but why try to fix something that ain't broke? This is so icy and it's just gonna go with the whole look. Let's get back into the eyes. I want to finish the base of this eye look first. I'm gonna take my new favorite lower lash line brush. This is 226 from Jazz Up, and I'm dipping it into Soaked. I'm being very generous with it on my lower lash line, just tapping it on. And now with the 231, I'm just going to blend this a little. I'm taking Flat Earth, but again you can use a mixture of Brain Freeze and Virgin, and I'm going to blend this further. And then just a tiny little bit of Delicious, and I might focus that on the outer third. Yeah. To complete the lower lash line, I'm just going to pop in some white liner in the waterline. And to give it a real oomph, I'm taking a little bit of Virgin, the white shade, and I'm going to put it in my inner corner to highlight. I just took a little bit of Jawbreaker to really make that inner corner pop. I really like where this makeup is heading, but I need to do my brows because they just look. I'm just using my eyeliner pomade in blonde to fill them in. The eye look is so cool, as in tone wise, and my eyebrows look red. They look a little warmer than usual. Okay, and you could leave the eyes there, but I want something a little bit more special than that. I saw another look by bangtsikitsiki. If you don't know who she is, go and follow her, go and check her out. But this look in particular is so pretty. I'm not gonna go through the whole liner shebang, but I do want to add a couple of those snowflakes. I think it looks so pretty. Let's get on. For my colours, I'm going to be using the Breakfast at Tiffany's from Jeffree Star. This is Blue Velvet and this is Nude Beach. I'm going to start with the Blue Velvet, and I'm taking a very thin liner brush, just dipping into that liquid lip. Jeffree Star's lipsticks are eye safe, so you can create whatever you want. I'm going to do it on this eye, I think. I'm sure if you didn't have these liners, you could probably make something similar with an eyeshadow. I made this line way too thick. It's going to be way too big. I'm ruined it already. Tip from me to you, make them super thin. So I'm just making a couple of snowflakes. They like half snowflakes. So what I'm doing is draw a line straight and then 2 diagonal ones, and then diagonal lines from those lines as well. I like this one. This one came out so much better than this because that thick line, I'm gonna have to hide it somehow. Don't make them too small either, because as we can see, they look like blobs. Alright, I'm gonna move on to Breakfast at Tiffany's. Maybe, you know, we're gonna push through and it's gonna look better, but I highly doubt it. See, not every makeup look turns out the way I want it to. Oh, and the fact my eye is watering. Don't forget to breathe. And now, finally, Nude Beach. I'm nervous. Might work, it might work. Let's not give up yet. Not perfect, but let's keep going. If you mess up like I did with this one, just push through it, because I don't think it looks that bad actually now all the other elements are done. Let's put some mascara on. For my mascara today, I'm using L'Oreal Paradise Ecstatic. Remember when I said I'm not wearing any blush? Well, I lied. I don't like the look without the blush. I'm just going to take the Revolution blush palette in Sugar and Spice, and I want to give myself almost like that elf look. So I'm actually going to start with my nose, and I'm going to stick the blush on the apples of my cheeks. I'm going to stick my lashes on. I'm using Sminko PL Bambi. And finally, for my lip. Alright you guys, I was messing about with the lips for so long that it cut me off. I don't know at which point it was cutting me off. My lips are super dry today, so I actually started off with some clear lip gloss. I added a couple of dots of Oh My God in the center of my lips and blended it out with my finger. Thank you to Sherry for sending it my way. And I had to just give it a slight ombre with the Are You Filming from the same collection. Okay you guys, so here it is. This is my final blue wintry inspired look. I wanted to do something wintry that's not necessarily Christmassy, because I understand that not everyone is celebrating Christmas. It was kind of biased of me to do Christmassy looks over and over again. I hope you enjoyed it. I actually really like how the eyes turned out. I don't mind the lips, they really need their hydration. I don't know, am I dehydrated or do they just need a good scrub? I have no idea. I hope you have enjoyed this very chilled, relaxed, not really planned out video. Please let me know if you did enjoy it by liking, commenting and subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. You are the best. I hope to see you next time.